From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Toni-Ann.
On this week's The Disney Crush Podcast, Veronika joins us to talk about our wine and dine weekend. We didn't run, but we did run around Walt Disney World. Episode 315 of the Disney Crush Podcast starts right now. Veronika and I went to Disney, and she's here tonight with us. I see her.
Yes, very happy to have her here with us tonight.
Thank you.
Veronika just debuted
happy to be here. Isn't that what I'm supposed
Veronika
to say? Just happy to be here.
Veronika just debuted on her first Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast, which makes her a super geek.
Now, are you sure that's her first time on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's never talked to Kurt on the podcast before.
Oh, maybe because she's been on here so many times, I thought, well, maybe she's had to been on there before.
No, just the Zooms occasionally. I'll pop onto the Zoom with you, but never a podcast.
Yeah, I listened to it. That was a good show. Yep. Good show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you haven't, go check it out. Geeking on Walt Disney World with Kurt and the whole Geekin' family. Yeah, that was pretty good.
We should record an intro for him.
All right, you ready? I'm Dave.
I'm Toni-Ann.
I'm Veronika.
When I'm not recording the Disney Crush podcast, I go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin' family.
It didn't work for the remake of Mary Poppins. What makes you think it's going to work for this is a disaster. That was just a mitigated disaster. This is a disaster. Means evil star, by the way, the Latin for that word. Or Greek. Or whatever.
All right. So, episode 315 of the Disney Crush podcast. Veronika.
Yes.
We were going to go. Wasn't Dave originally going to go with us?
I think it was up in the air. Yeah.
It was up in the air. He just had an opportunity that morning. So a limited opportunity that morning. So he decided to stay back, and I was not going to go either. And then you were going, and it was like, well, okay, we can make it a girl day. So, yeah. So it worked out good.
A lot of our friends were going for wine and dine to run the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon. And we wanted to go see them and support them. And Deirdre was going to be there. Mm-hmm. Now, Veronika and we had looked at hotel rooms on site, and they were bananas. I talked about that a few weeks ago on the podcast. The prices, the value resorts were over $300 a night. So we went off site and even paid a lot for off site. Even the hotel we stayed at was the TownPlace Suites at Flamingo Crossings. And I look at that hotel all the time because it's a Marriott, a Bonvoy property. So it's in my Bonvoy app when I look up this Swan Dolphin. So it's always down there in the list, and it's always lower in the list because it's always pretty cheap. And I've seen it for $79, $99. Prices in the below 100, and we paid almost 200, I think,
with taxes and all. Yes,
yeah,
it was close. It was close.
Well, tell us about how did you like it? Would you go back there?
Well, Veronika, you want to tell the story of what happened when we arrived at the resort?
Oh, yes.
Well, see, I don't even know the story, so that's how we keep it fresh.
Well, there you go. We keep our relationship. You keep your relationship fresh, Dave.
We do.
You know part of it when I tell you. So we got to the hotel, and on the way, I realized I did not have my license. Earlier that morning, at about 4:00 in the morning, Dave was leaving using my car. He couldn't find his keys, so it was kind of like a little bit of craziness. So he did get out the door. We managed to get him on the road. And then I realized that my purse was in the car, which he took.
But was it?
No. I thought it was. But the day before, I went out with my mom, so it wound up in her van. But the bottom line is we got to the hotel. I had no license, and the room was in my name. And, you know, talking to the person at the front desk, she appeared to be a new-ish employee. So there was not a lot of like, okay, we can do this, we can do that. It was, no, I need your license. I asked if we could put the room in Toni-Ann's name. No, we can't do that. What else can we do?
Mm-hmm.
She said, well, do you have any photo ID? I said, nope.
It's in my wallet.
Yeah. And so she said, well, let me talk to a manager. And the manager was like, nope, we can't do anything. So anyway, they did tell me if I had a picture of the license that they could use that. But I could not get that until thinking it was with Dave. I knew he would not be near the car until about noonish. So we decided to go into the parks.
Yeah.
That was it. We just left, got an Uber and went to, not the parks, to Disney Springs to meet everyone, not to waste any more time at the hotel.
We had a really cool Uber driver.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Cool is I guess relative, but he was playing Madonna's Greatest Hits. And I was just going down memory lane because it reminded me of sixth grade. I was like, I had this cassette in sixth grade. And I may have busted out into Like a Virgin at some point.
I think you did.
The driver said he was 74 and he loved that music and he was from New York and he used to go to Studio 54 back in the day.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I know. He was very nice. And actually, he was telling us some Disney history. And
yeah. He didn't know who was in the car with him, so he was sharing a lot of Disney history that we knew already.
I know. But he didn't know.
Nice.
He didn't know we knew. We were, yeah. I think he enjoyed the conversation. So we were, yeah. It was good.
He didn't know that he had the Disney sensei in the car with him, did he?
Oh, stop. Mm. We got dropped off at the marketplace side. And one of the things I was hoping this weekend was to see some Christmas decorations, but there really wasn't much Christmas decorations. There was some Christmas merch in the park. I understand now it's kicked up because the parties have started and I know the gingerbread houses have opened. So it's, if we went back this weekend, we'd probably see a lot more than we saw last weekend.
Right.
So what did we do first, Veronica? I was on a mission that I wanted to have this pizza, but we didn't get there first.
When we got there, we went to Edison.
Yeah.
And
I had never been to Edison.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
It was so cool inside. I mean, I'm
we
sure
have
it's
to go back there
totally different at night. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to go back there and actually get food, maybe. I hear they have a good grilled cheese, Samantha says. And they have some fun cocktails. I think I'd get the one that Amanda got, the Time Turner or whatever. Was it the Time Turner or the Tina Turner? I couldn't make. Or were they just calling it the Tina Turner?
I think they were maybe
it's called the Time Turner.
They were calling it, yeah. That's the one that had the twang of Beverly.
Yeah,
is that
it
the
had,
one?
and and it was really funny because it had a piece of pineapple in it, and it had a pineapple frond in it, and everybody was like, "Oh, can you eat the pineapple frond?" No, you cannot eat the pineapple frond.
Well, I think a couple people thought it was aloe.
Yeah. Why would it be aloe? It's got a pineapple on the side of the cup.
I think I don't know. It looked it. I mean,
yeah, there was a lot of like showmanship with the drinks. One of the drinks was they set the bar on fire when they made it.
That was Scott's drink. Yeah.
They set the bar on fire?
Yeah, they pour down
there's
some
like
type
a little
of a liqueur on the bar and then they set it on fire. It's a whole little show you get.
There's like a channel. Nice. They have like a piece cut out of the bar and they have metal. That's where they do the fire.
Is
tricks.
that the $35 drink? Is that the $35?
I don't know.
I think
it is.
Yeah.
I had a gimlet and I have to be honest with you, it was not my favorite gimlet. I've had some good gimlets at the Dolphin, but I did not like this gimlet. It was not my favorite. So
I was not adventurous. I mean, everyone at the bar they were ordering all these great drinks and I was so boring. Looking back, I don't know why, actually. I think it was just my comfort zone. I wound up getting Tito's, club soda, and a splash of cranberry.
I got a gimlet because I have come to the conclusion that Disney cocktails are hit or miss, and I'll be all dazzled by some name, and on a menu and I'll order it and I'm like, I don't really like this. I'd rather have a gin and tonic. So I get, and that has really happened to me at Jock Lindsay's more than once, where I've gotten some of these fancy drinks at Jock Lindsay's and I don't like them. So I just, from now on, when I go to Jock Lindsay's, I just order a gin and tonic, which I actually did later on in the day. But
for me, I have to be careful it's not too sweet. A lot of the drinks, they have several kind of liqueurs in it and all of that. Right. So if I order it and it's too sweet, I won't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They were just having fun, a lot of fun, tasting all the drinks.
Jen Wynn was there, Amanda Lamb, Scott, and Karen. Was that everyone? I think so. That was at the Edison. Yeah. Wasn't somebody else?
I was going to say, was Sam there?
Who came to Pizza Ponte with? Oh, Samantha.
I don't remember where she was sitting at the bar, though. I'm just trying to picture the line. But yeah.
She was there because we met her at when she got off the bus. We waited for her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought, Sam was there.
So the Edison is right next to Pizza Ponte, if you don't know. And I was on a quest to try the pizza at Pizza Ponte. I got the Big Roman and then I got the Quattro Formaggio, the 4 cheese. The Big Roman was delicious. It was nearly New York pizza. I had Sam try it because Sam lives in New York. I am 30 years now almost removed from New York pizza. So my memory of what pizza should taste like is kind of waning. So like I'll eat pizza from here and think, oh, this isn't that bad. But I remember when I first moved here, I was like, this is garbage. So I know that my taste has become more accepting of non-New York pizza, but I really miss New York pizza. And so I tasted it and I was like, this is really, really good. This is like New York pizza. And so I had Sam taste it because she lives in New York. And she said, yeah, it's close. It's close. So, but it's not quite, but it's close. So for me, who's 30 years removed from New York pizza, close is pretty good.
It looked good.
Now if I can only get a decent bagel.
That's pretty good because it's been a long time since you've been trying to get there forever and you finally got there. So I'm glad it wasn't a letdown.
And I'll be honest with you, the Big Roman, that's the triangle, the round pizza, that slice was the star. We also, the other pizzas were more of a Sicilian. They weren't really a Sicilian. They were rectangle. And the Quattro Formaggio was nothing to write home about. I make better white pizza at home myself.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't even think there was a lot of that left. It's not like
I didn't care for it that much.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth the calories, the carbs, and all that stuff. The Big Roman is, if you're going to go to Pizza Ponte, get the Big Roman.
Good old traditional. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We had other friends at Disney Springs. They had gone to brunch at Homecoming. So we decided after their brunch to meet them at Jock Lindsay's. And again, Veronika and I were like the first ones to get to Jock Lindsay's. I have this tendency to walk ahead of people. So when we got there, if you've never been to Jock Lindsay's, there's an outdoor seating area and an indoor seating area. And to the side of the outdoor seating area is an extension of outdoor seating area, which is on a boat. It's the boat. It looks like a boat. We went out there because there were a lot of chairs and we knew we had a lot of people, but there was nowhere there were a lot of chairs, but there were people in between the chairs. So we were going to have to manage that.
Right.
You couldn't just tell them to move?
No, I couldn't tell the people that were there before us to move.
Excuse me, could you just...
It worked out.
You just joined them and had new friends, that's all.
I think as they got up, we joined and merged and moved chairs.
Yeah. Well, what happened was when everybody arrived, there was a big pack of us and we were all greeting each other and hugging and standing up, talking to each other. And a server did come and say, I'm sorry, you all have to be seated. So we had to all get seated. So
you guys pulled it. Yeah. You pulled a Dave. I see. Okay.
Yeah. But so we did get seated, but we, and eventually we all got together in a circle. We were able to do that. And I had a gin and tonic. And Amanda Lamb, or was it Amanda or Rebecca? Who ordered that blue drink? No, it wasn't. Rebecca had a gin and tonic too. Somebody ordered a blue drink. I don't know if it was Glenn or Amanda Lamb. And it was gross. I tasted it. It was gross, which is why I say if you go to Jack Lindsay's, order your standby. It's a full bar. Order your standby because now they have special Christmas drinks that just came out, which might be tempting. So
they have that dang hot chocolate flight. Oh, that looks so good.
Did they light your gin and tonic?
I can't have alcohol till December 5th. I'm back on program. I can't have alcohol till December 5th. So,
man, and you're camping with us.
Yeah, I know, but that's okay.
For quite a few days.
I don't need to drink when I'm with the Zarconis. The Zarconis are entertainment enough. You don't need me drunk. I'll bring the peanut butter and jelly shots and give them to all of you guys and just watch you guys be stupid. So
okay, fair enough. Who's gonna dance with me when they video this year?
I'll dance. I don't need alcohol to dance.
Okay, we'll see.
Richie talks about bringing the karaoke every once in a while, but never does. And I don't think anybody but me and Richie would sing.
Probably not.
So then what's the point?
Maybe the kids.
We'll just make everyone else uncomfortable. No, nobody wants to hear the kids sing. Have you ever been to a karaoke bar where there are kids and they get up and sing?
No.
It's awful.
I think the last time we karaoke'd was at the tree house, and I can't remember a time before that, honestly. So
well, you went kimonos last year.
Oh, yes.
You were there.
Yeah.
You were at Kimonos with Richie.
Yep, that's right.
And Princess Stephanie. How could you forget Princess Stephanie?
I know. I did forget. I forgot about that time. Well, that goes to show you those are the two times I karaoke'd, both at Disney with you guys. So,
and that was pretty much it. We Samantha wanted to go to the pin store, so we walked over there with her, and other people went to Gideon's. So we just made our way. We had a dinner reservation at Topolino's. We had 2 reservations. One was 5:05.
Back up.
What?
You totally forgot about my treat.
Oh, I forget about your treat.
Oh, sure. It's all about Pizza Ponte.
Before Jack Lindsay's. See, I've been doing keto since March, and Veronica's been doing carnivore. And so I told her when we got in the car that morning, I'm having pizza today. And she said, that's okay because I'm having
ice cream. Yeah. It sounds so exciting. It was really good. I wanted to go to Salt and Straw just because if I'm going to have ice cream, we don't have it at home. I was making my own for a while, but I had to stop that. So I was really looking forward to the flavors and stuff. And the second one I tried was gingerbread pumpkin, and I was all in. I mean, I think I got a kid scoop, whatever.
Yeah.
Not even a lot, but it was so good.
Right.
It was
if you've never gone to Salt and Straw, if you've never gone to Salt and Straw, they have some unusual flavors and seasonal flavors. The menu does change every month, and they have these little tiny silver spoons. They give you samples. And there was a turkey and stuffing with cranberry sauce ice cream. There was a cheesy potato casserole ice cream. And so I just couldn't help myself. I had to try them both on the little spoon. My little spoon of the turkey ice cream was very cranberry forward. I was getting cranberry. So, but I think, it's all mixed. So I think it depends on what, where in the tub your sample comes from. Because maybe somebody else got a sample and it was all turkey. Right.
And how were the potatoes?
The cheesy potato ice cream tasted like cheesy potatoes. It really did. It was like, it tasted like cheesy potatoes. It did. So that was not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed it. Like if there was one closer,
it would be dangerous.
It could be. Yes. Anyway.
And the line when we got there was out the door, and we thought about mobile ordering, but then we wouldn't have gotten to try those cool flavors. But the line actually moved very fast.
Oh, yeah.
It moved very fast. So, yeah.
Yep. That was not a problem. I had my eyes on the ice cream. Line, didn't even pay attention. I was like, what flavor? Very good.
So we did go over to Topolino's then, and we had 2 reservations, 5:05 and 5:20. The 5:05 people got seated first, and that was Veronica's table. And the 520 people got seated about 15 minutes later, as you'd imagine. But it didn't stay that way.
Right.
How was your table, Veronica?
Well, the conversation and the people that I was with, it was wonderful.
Mhm.
I mean, luckily that was all going on while the service was very slow. I mean, you were finished. You walked up to us
Yeah.
and I don't think we had checks yet.
Yeah.
So,
We had a server, our server Esteban, that was his name,
mhm.
came to the table, introduced himself, asked for all of our names. He went around the table. He pointed to everybody. I was with Rebecca's parents, Rebecca and Glenn and Amanda Lamb. And he went around the table. I'm Rudy. I'm Stacy. I'm Rebecca. I'm Glenn. And I said, Tori. I said, I'm Tori. And he said, do you like to be called Victoria? So it was really funny. And then, and then Amanda, of course. But the funny thing is at the end of the meal, when I had to show him my pass holder ID, he was like, I thought your name was Tori. And he went to apologize to me for calling me Tori the whole meal. And I was like, no. I said it on purpose. So,
That is a very alert server.
Yeah, he was excellent.
Even to remember your name.
He remembered everybody's names throughout the meal. But
wow.
When we went to say goodnight to your table
Mm-hmm.
and you guys hadn't gotten your checks yet, I said, what happened? Why? We already ate. We already paid. You guys were seated 15 minutes after us. Esteban whooshed by me and whispered in my ear. He said, that's because I'm a better server.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And you know what? Hey, that is funny that he even said
But
that.
it was.
So what happened at your table, Veronica?
A lot of slow. I don't know.
What'd you
It was
eat?
good. Samantha and I shared the sole. We had the classic sole. I'm not sure that third word. It looks like manure, but it's not. It's Meuniere. So
That does sound like you.
manure. I don't know, but it was very good.
But Karen,
was super.
see, Karen said hers was dry.
Mine was okay.
Okay.
To me, it was, I would say, on the dry side, but I took
Okay.
that because I didn't have anything else with it. So the sole comes with, petite potatoes, cauliflower, and some things down the center of it.
Like sauce. Mhm.
Well, so I assumed that because I didn't take any of that, like I didn't get that sauce or whatever was with it as
Mhm.
well. So, I mean, it was okay.
Yeah. Karen
okay.
said she had some on the cruise that was superior to this sole.
She did say
And I
that.
think for the price at Topolino's that you're paying, do you know how much that was?
It was 52 or 50. It was 52.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the price you're paying, it shouldn't be dry. Didn't you get an appetizer too?
No.
Didn't you get burrata? Oh, I thought you got burrata. All right. I got the lamb, which was a new item on the menu. It was a lamb shank. It was served with vegetables, roasted vegetables, and polenta. Veronica just remembered the burrata.
Well, and Samantha ordered it. So, of course, I did not remember the name or anything. And I'm like, oh, yes. And it came with 4 like pieces of cheese and a salad, really. So
Okay.
I had some of the cheese off it and Sam ate the salad and that's
I'll
what
have
it was.
to ask Sam if
I'm
the
thinking of a
burrata-
different type of, yeah.
I'll have to ask Sam if the burrata salad at Topolino's was as good as Trey's burrata salad at C&C. Because Trey says that was the greatest salad of his life. So,
Really? I don't
yeah.
know. Well, and I do have to give a shout out to Sam because we were going half on all of that. And then at the end of the night, it was like, no. Don't worry about any of this. I was going to, she goes, I have been waiting for this sole I know. I remember that earlier in the day. So, thank you, Sam. That was,
Yeah,
it was very
Sam's
sweet.
been wanting to try that sole for years and nobody would share it with her.
I don't know why.
She finally found someone to share it with her.
I know.
So
was
at
good.
my table, I know Rebecca's dad ordered a couple of appetizers as his entree. He got the duck, which was he got the gnocchi, which was lamb, and he got the duck, which was like an agnolotti, so they asked him if he wanted it all at dinner or if he wanted an appetizer. And so they brought the gnocchi first, and then they brought the duck with everybody else's entrees. I think, I don't remember if there were any other appetizers. I think Rebecca got the regatta, which comes, it's house-made regatta with the tomato jam. And then and it's got the bread, the pointy bread, which everybody gets anyway. They serve the pointy bread as soon as you sit down.
Right.
With, olive oil. But I'm not a fan of the pointy bread.
It looked good. I didn't have any.
I just don't, I feel like it's all crust and no substance. Like there's nothing in the middle of it.
Right. I see what you're saying. I don't see that would be
bread.
A bad thing.
I like crusty bread. I do. But I also like the middle part. Do you remember in the 70s, this is me, every episode I date myself, the show Wonder Woman, she had those cuffs, those magical cuffs. Uh-huh. When I was a child, I would take slices of Italian bread, like 3 inches of Italian. I would take out the middle and I would wear the bread on my eye. Let's go.
Well, now I see why you need the inside of the bread.
I could not make cups out of that bread at Topolino's. I couldn't make cups out of it.
No. That is too funny.
So I had it. Rebecca's mom had the rigatoni, and so did Amanda Lamb. And the rigatoni looked like a hearty portion. And Glenn and Rebecca and Amanda were running the half marathon the next day, and they were concerned about getting some carbs in them before they ran the half marathon. So Glenn ordered the langostino, which was the little lobsters on a bed of pasta, but his bed of pasta was meager. It was a very meager portion. So he should have, if he wanted carbs, he should have got the rigatoni was nice. And Amanda let me taste it. It was good too. And I let her taste my lamb. So my lamb came out. It was a shank, and it was on a bed of polenta with roasted root vegetables. It was very good, but I only ate like half of it. And Rebecca got the same thing and commented to me that we should have probably shared because we each ate half of the shank.
Wow. So, I did see some being delivered, probably to your table.
It was really good. And the thing is, lamb can be gamey if it's not right. And this was not at all. This was really good lamb. I really enjoyed it. So none of us got dessert. Did any of you guys get dessert?
No. Mm-mm. No dessert. I think I'm not even going to say everyone was full. I think we were there for a while. So it was like, we're done.
Yeah.
We just had a really good time.
The company.
Well, yeah. And Jen Wynn's parents were there who, I had never met. I don't know if anyone else did. And just the stories they were telling and, just their adventures. They have some great adventures coming up. I mean.
Wonderful.
Yeah. A lot of travels coming up. Someone we know.
We did get some dirt on Jen, but I'm not going to share it publicly.
I don't have any dirt on Jen.
She got kicked out of daycare.
I did not know that. What?
Yeah. When I sat down, I got Jen's mom talking.
Oh man. Well, that's pretty funny. Well, now everyone knows. So,
and at my table, at my table, I'm always out to impress the parents. Rebecca's parents her mom was sitting across from me, and we had a whole conversation about the villages and the bath sponges at the villages.
Oh no.
If you don't know, the Villages is a retirement community just about 45 minutes away from Disney. And it's mostly all retirement people. And they drive around in their golf carts. And there have been some swinging parties at the Villages. And apparently the bath poofs, those bath sponges that the different colors signify different things. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
I'm just going to say I think that was debunked, but it's a fun story.
It's a fun story.
I think that's how they identify their golf cart. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, I like to think of the other story.
I've heard the same thing about flamingos too, and we tried that before.
Let's flamingo.
Let's flamingo.
And
Yes.
pineapples, the upside down pineapples.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, there's a lot of rumors about the villages.
Yeah.
I think we unknowingly bought a flamingo sign and had it at
Sign.
had it camping, and everybody's like, Tony was like, dude, do you know what that means? I'm
My mother got it because I love flamingos. So she got
Let's
the whole
flamingo.
metal post and the whole sign with the two legs dangling. And by the end of the camping trip, we were moving that sign around.
Yeah,
It was fun.
I moved it to Toni-Ann's
one in
side.
front of mine. Yeah.
And believe it or not, that sign is coming camping with us again.
Oh, good. We'll have fun.
That is in the box.
We're hoping to meet some people when we go.
I know. Oh my God. Tony, and I did want to ask you this about the dinner. Were you at a round table?
We were at a rectangle.
You were. Okay. Because we had that large round table
That's nice.
and it was so nice. I mean, just for conversation, I was so happy we had that. I didn't know if you had that as well.
No, last year at Princess, we had a round table at Sebastian's, which they said holds a maximum of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a round table at Ohana when you guys were there. And that it is always, I think Ohana has more round tables than any other restaurant I've been in at Disney. Because I think it's because it's an older restaurant. And I don't know. I have seen quite a few round tables at Ohana, which is nice.
Yeah.
And we had a round table that time at Ale and Compass, that horrible experience. But you guys didn't get I was at the round table. There's one round table at Ale and Compass. There's one round table at Sebastian's. And I think there's one round table at Topolino's, that one that you guys were at.
I think it makes, when you have a large party, I think it's more, and maybe that takes away, because to me, it's more family style.
Right.
That's what it reminds me of. You're at home, I have
a feeling like Ohana means family. Ohana, they want you to, enjoy your family. But I think it's possible that the other restaurants don't want you lingering, having these long conversations. It's possible.
It could be. We were there longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you were there longer because your server.
Well, I know. But.
Because you didn't have Esteban.
I know. I can't remember my waiter's name.
Your server didn't know your name, I'm sure.
No. Server? No. I'm sure. No.
Yeah. Yeah, we had actually at Samantha's birthday at Morimoto, they had a round table and we didn't. So yeah, I think it's kind of like there's one round table. I don't know.
I know. It would be nice. It would be nice to see more of them. I enjoy it more. That's all.
I do too. So luckily Scott and Karen were with us and they were staying in the same area that we were staying in.
Yeah, very close.
So they were kind enough to drive us back to our hotel. Veronica, at this point, had a picture of her license. And I'm going to tell you, that guy at the desk, I don't think he would have cared.
No, it just really depended on who was there. He looked, I showed it to him. He went, okay. I don't even think he looked at it.
No, I think if we had approached him without a license, he would have given us the room.
Right.
What were you going to say, Dave?
No, I was just going to say, if that guy behind the desk knew what I went through to get that license, I mean, looking for it, couldn't find it, didn't know what to do. Finally, Veronica called and said, never mind, my mom has it. I'm like, oh, geez, I've been looking for an hour and a half. Oh.
Yep,
And let me tell you, Veronica asked the girl in the morning, what if we cancel that room on hotels.com and book a new room? And she said, it'll be $250. Usually, if a hotel has empty rooms on that same day, they'll be like, they want to get rid of those rooms. But I guess they didn't. They didn't care.
That's where I think her maybe lack of experience showed to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would have done something, to accommodate. And I think
because she knew we had a reservation.
Yeah. There was no
didn't
doubt we
come
had
to
the reservation.
hotel with your name, knowing that someone named Veronika Youngward had a reservation today.
And I had the confirmation,
Right.
Yeah.
You had it on your phone and everything. Right.
I think
Okay.
it was just her lack of experience. So,
Yeah.
you know what?
So-
Maybe this taught her.
I don't know. Doubt it. So the TownPlace Suites and the Spring Hill Suites are right next to each other, and they're both Marriott properties, and they're probably owned by the same person because they share a pool. And there is free breakfast in the morning. And Veronika and I actually walked to both breakfast rooms to compare, and they were laid out almost identical. There was one difference, which was the meat. We both had sausage links, but we had turkey sausage as well as our second meat, and they had turkey Canadian bacon as their second meat. That was the only difference in the choices.
Right. I mean, I thought it was for a free breakfast. I thought it was just fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
everything you wanted. There was something
we posted
for everyone.
pictures. Yeah, we posted pictures on the Friends of the Disney Crush. There was cereal. There was oatmeal with a accompaniment bar. There was all kinds of things for you to put in your oatmeal, including chocolate chips, right, Veronika?
Yay. I know. I was
all
like, put
kinds of
some in
things
your
to put-
hand and take them to the waffle maker.
Right. There's all kinds of stuff to put in your oatmeal. There was fruit. There were bananas, right, Veronika?
Yes. Lots of bananas. Piles of bananas.
Veronika saw a lady. Tell them what you saw.
Well, we were eating our breakfast and I saw this lady trying to juggle a pile of bananas down the hallway back to her room. And I was like, what the heck?
And she
then
did
later,
drop one.
Yeah. Later when we got up, we're looking down this hallway, this long empty hallway, and there's a banana in the middle of the floor. And I'm like, well, she lost one. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So there was fruit, and then there was scrambled eggs, and there was stuff to put in. There was like hot sauce and cheese, and there were bagels and cream cheese and toast and muffins and pastries, all kinds of stuff that me and Veronika weren't eating that day.
I know. And they did have an option. So you could make your own waffles, or they had, a hot plate
Full
set
of them.
up. Yeah. With them in
And
there.
they
If you
were
didn't want to
Mickey
make them.
waffles.
Yeah. Mickey waffles, of course.
Yeah. I would imagine
It
that
was nice.
there are times when that individual waffle maker gets backed up, and that's probably why they have waffles already made, because people might not want to wait that long.
Right.
But truthfully, it wasn't backed up when we were there. We went down kind of early. We were laying around waiting for it to be 7:00, truthfully, because it was the night of the time change.
Right.
So it was actually 8:00 in our bodies.
Yeah.
So we were up.
We were up. We had, I don't know, quite a bit of coffee. We were fine.
We went exploring. We saw the game room and the gym. There was a gym there. And there was a little restaurant and bar. When we arrived the night before, our room was right by the pool. It was overlooking the pool. We were on the 4th floor or the 3rd floor. I don't remember.
4th.
So we weren't but we could see the pool. And when Veronika booked the room, it said it was a theme park view. And I was like, theme park view? What is it? And right as I said it, the Epcot fireworks went off and you could see them from our room. So, but it wasn't, it was a good view of them, but I don't think I'd sit there and watch the whole show. There was no music. There was no, I don't know.
No. And then we didn't shut the blinds.
Because we were idiots.
Well, there's two layers. There were two layers of blinds,
Yeah. There was music thumping, because they had this little bar downstairs, and they had like a fireplace going, because you could see it. There was a fireplace that night.
Big glass fireplace.
Right. And there was music. I don't think it was live music. I think it was just music.
Yeah. Not live.
But it went till almost 11:00. I was surprised, because I was laying there diddling on my phone as I do.
I was asleep. But what got me is
the next morning, I'm like, now that after the time change and all this, I'm looking out now. I've been up, we're having coffee. It's like, okay, we're ready to let's go. I am thinking it's light out. It's not. It's the light from the dang, the pool area. Yeah.
It was
They were like
totally
these big
blackout. I'm
floodlights.
like, okay, well, we're not going anywhere yet. We're like, but it totally threw me off. Yeah.
So let's talk about the room.
Let's talk about it.
The room had an interesting layout, to say the least. It is a suite. So it sleeps 6. There's 2 queen beds and a pull-out couch, which is nice for big families. And like I said, on non-race weekends, non-peak holiday weekends, you can get this hotel for $88 a night. So it's nice for a family, a family of 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a full kitchenette. No, I wouldn't say full. It has 2 burner stove. It has a refrigerator, not a full size, it's a bigger refrigerator than you get at Disney. It's got the freezer on top, and it's like the one I have in my camper, actually.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of. It's
yeah,
but it's nice.
Yeah, it's a decent sized refrigerator for vacation with a freezer.
They have a microwave.
There was a microwave.
Yes.
There was a toaster. There was 2 burners. There was a dishwasher. There was a
coffee pot, large coffee pot,
of course.
and of course they had dishes and all of that.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. And there was on the refrigerator a list of things you could request, which included a crock pot, a rice cooker. It was really
wow.
Yeah,
that's unusual.
Yeah.
So if you were staying for a few days and had a big family to feed on a budget, plus there's also a Target right across the street, it might not be a bad place to stay. And Veronika found some grills.
Yes.
They had grills by the pool, which looked a little nicer. They looked newer and nicer. These are all propane. And then in the parking lot across from the building, there was 2 more grills. And there was like a pavilion, like a picnic pavilion with, I think, 6 tables, 6 picnic tables.
It was quite a few. And those, we thought at first they were charcoal because they're up high. They're what you would look at and say, oh, that's a hibachi, a little rectangle up on a post.
It looks like what you'd see at the park.
But no, it is hooked up to gas. So it's gas as well. And the grills by the pool, we looked at them. They were clean. They were large stainless, and underneath we opened them up, and there's this little
gift package.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's whatever, but it's all your supplies, all your grilling, your spatulas.
Are you serious?
Yeah, your oven mitt, and it's wrapped in a red ribbon.
Oh my gosh!
So it's there.
Is there a price on it? Is it like the ones they leave in the room, and if you open it, then they charge you $15?
No, I think you just use it. But it's, it's clean.
That was another thing that was on the refrigerator that said you could request grill supplies. But it was just coming out of my mouth when she opened. I was like, I wonder if they have grilling supplies. And she opened the door, and there they were, like, oh!
I know, with this red ribbon around it.
Wrapped around it.
I know. They did a good job. I mean, I thought it was a nice hotel. Mm-hmm. It is older.
Yeah. That one.
So, yeah. So, and that's what it feels like when you go into the rooms. You know, the kitchen table is not the most modern. The kitchen cabinets are scuffed up. It's not dirty in any way.
Right.
But it's not the latest and, you're not going to get a brand new hotel. But the bed was very comfortable.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
We walked in and the television is to your side. It's not in front of the beds. And it's not in front of the couch. The couch faces the beds and the beds face the couch. And then over to the side on a wall is the TV. And we were like, that is so weird. But you know what? I sat on the couch and I could watch the TV, and I laid in bed and I watched TV. So actually it worked.
Veronika said, she called me, she goes, Dave, all I can say is the room is kind of set up like the RV.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Except when we moved into the RV, it was the same situation. The TV is in the front of the RV. It's, mounted. So I went on Amazon and bought the biggest swing out arm for that TV. So it comes out like 45 inches and turns so it's more in front of us. And I think that's what they should do.
Yeah, they don't have that at the hotel.
No, it doesn't even swivel like at all. It was yeah.
There was a closet at this hotel. I opened because you get in the hotel, what is this door? Where is this door going? And I opened the closet door right by the entrance to the room. And actually, it's really nice. They have these shelves, and they have a pull-out drawer. Like, I guess if you're going to cook in the kitchen and you're going to have stuff, you could put supplies in there. You treat it like a pantry. But they also had hangers and an iron and all that stuff. But I looked in the closet. The closet was huge. And I looked down, and there's another door on the other side and more. So I said, Veronica, open the closet door by the bathroom. And so we like, I was in the kitchen, she was in the bathroom, and we were like, hi.
Yeah.
It went all the way through?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Oh,
went all
that's
the way.
so
Yeah.
weird.
It was like a hollow wall, like with a door on each side. It was strange, but there were shelves on the bathroom side. They were like, places to hang your clothes and shelves on the bathroom side. And there were places to hang your clothes and shelves on the kitchen side.
That's so weird. It's kind of like the lockers at Tron almost.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
You could put something in there and knock on the door and say, then they could open it in the bathroom and get it.
Except the doors, it was a rectangle shape. So the doors at the kitchen were like down further, and then like I can't explain it. They weren't across from each other. The doors were not across from each other. They were kind of diagonal from each other. So there were actually two sets of shelves. There was a set of shelves on the bathroom side, and there was a set of shelves on the kitchen side.
But if you're a child, you'd have a lot of fun in there. Oh my gosh. You
would have been fun
go
for a
through
kid.
one door. Yeah. It would be. It would be.
Did you guys notice a lot of families there or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming if you went there one time with a family, you'd probably want to go back.
Yeah. The whole time we were either in our room or at breakfast. At breakfast, yes, that's when you could see the families. But there were not a lot of people like just milling around the hotel. You hardly saw anyone actually. My favorite thing, Toni-Ann, what?
Go ahead. No, go. What do you say?
My favorite thing was we got there and we walk in and there's these huge signs, it's your typical buy Disney tickets and Mickey Mouse and all this stuff. And there's this big sign for this frozen yogurt shop.
Oh,
and
I forgot about that.
So it's like, wow, there's a frozen yogurt shop. So the next day we're exploring and I'm thinking, we have not seen the frozen yogurt shop because there's another sign by the pool. Like it's a big deal. We go into the other hotel, the sister hotel, Flamingo, or whatever that's called. And in the lobby, there is a machine. So they have a frozen yogurt, like a vending machine.
Yeah.
You just pick your toppings and all this, and it gives you, yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I might have to try this place. I might give Magic Moments a break and try this place next time.
The other hotel also had a coffee bar where they serve Starbucks. Yeah, but that wasn't included with your free breakfast, so we didn't have it.
No, I was coffeeed out at that point. You know that.
Yeah, we. Yeah, I would definitely stay there again. And so the other thing was when we were finally ready to leave, we first of all there were plenty of luggage carts too at this hotel, which is good.
Yeah.
When we were ready to leave, Veronica and I explored the Flamingo Crossings area. So you're right. The TownPlace Suites and the Spring Hill Suites are the oldest hotels in that section. Now, Flamingo Crossings is right behind Coronado Springs. It's where the college program housing is. You can see the college program housing basically from the parking lot of the hotel we were at. The Home 2 Suites and the Homewood Suites are newer properties that are Hilton properties. Spring Hill and TownPlace are Marriott properties. Richard and I stayed at Home 2 Suites, and those two, the Home 2 and the Homewood, they share a pool the same way that those two shared a pool. Mm-hmm. They share a pool and they have a slide at their pool.
Ooh.
But those hotels are almost brand new. Right before COVID, Rich and I stayed there. So they're a couple years old now, but we enjoyed that hotel. And the breakfast was actually, it was post-COVID breakfast, so everything was prepackaged. So that might have changed by now. And then there's a Fairfield Inn by Marriott next to Homewood Suites. I have not heard of all the hotels in that section. That's the one I hear the worst reviews on. There is not free breakfast at that one. and I don't think it's suites. All the other ones are kind of suites. Scott and Karen stayed at the Residence Inn, which is the newest one. That one was being built when Richie and I stayed there. And they seemed to really like that one too.
That was, it's pretty. It's when we drove through the parking lot to check out all the new shops and all of that. Yeah, that was a very nice hotel.
It's an up and coming area. It's right off property. There's a Target there. There's several restaurants, little shopping center, Five Below. There's a Walgreens there.
2 liquor stores.
2 liquor stores, which is important.
2 liquor stores. Just saying.
Yeah, Walgreens and Target both had liquor stores. So, and then we went on property. We were going to Hollywood Studios. And Veronica, how long did it take before we saw Mickey Mouse sign?
Oh, it's fast. I wasn't sure because you've always said like, oh, it's right off property. But yeah, I mean,
it's right off property.
Yes.
And you don't have the traffic of the Disney Springs area. And these hotels don't charge a resort fee, which the Disney Springs resorts do. You don't have the traffic. You don't have, it's not like going on 192 where it's a crawl. I remember that night we went to dinner with Carlo, how long it took us to move like 1 mile on 192.
Totally. 192 is,
So this is a nice, and like I said, a lot of restaurants too. We saw a lot of restaurants have gone up. I think I'm going to be staying there more often over in that area because Disney prices have gotten crazy. So we'll see.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm sure I will be looking there first now rather than on 192.
Big deal.
Well, it is. But like you said, the location itself.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
no matter where we stay, it takes us a half hour to, get to the hotel, whatever. Right. No matter the situation.
And the Uber was not expensive because we were pretty much right there. It was $14, which is what I think it would have been if I took an Uber from Coronado to Disney Springs.
Right.
The next day, what did we do the next day?
We went to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I told Veronica, because I was driving home that day, I told Veronica, I want to have an adult lemonade from Woody's Lunchbox, but I want to have it first thing in the morning so that by the time I drive home at 4:00, it's out of my system. So we got there at 9. I think we got there around 9 and went through security, went through the line to get in the park was pretty long at that time. Mm-hmm. But I was on a quest to find greeting cards. The shops, and I didn't mention this during Disney Springs part, the shops have Christmas merch, but they didn't have all the Christmas merch yet. They had some of the Christmas merch and they didn't have the greeting cards. So I'll have to keep my eyes open for that. But so we went in the shops and we looked around and got to Toy Story Land. And I went to make a mobile order for an adult lemonade. And it told me like the earliest time I could pick one up was noon or something. It was like ridiculous. I was like, no, I'm just going to wait in the line. So I waited in the line and got it instead.
How long did you wait in line?
Not very long.
Okay.
I don't think it was very long.
Good.
So sometimes the mobile ordering is good and sometimes it's not. Because Deirdre later in the day mobile ordered from there and it was a long wait. I think that's one place where it's a long wait. Yeah. Is Woody's Lunchbox.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Restaurant.
That happened to me the last time I was there. I just wanted a lemonade and it was, the only time on the mobile order was like an hour and a half away. Mm. And I was right there and I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I got online. So I don't know. I guess they're that popular. I don't know.
It's because Andy designed that area and it's terrible.
Something.
Veronica and I rode Toy Story Mania.
Yeah.
With a lady with a baby. There was a lady with a baby across from us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
And, no, it was fine, but the cast members were having a hard time getting the restraint because she had the baby. It was, I don't know how old the baby was, but it was a tiny one. And she had like the carrier on her front. It was a front facing carrier. And, the baby was, up against her chest, facing mom's chest. And when they went to put their restraint down, it was given a hard time. They had to kind of lift the baby
Yeah.
I mean,
And well, I could see how it all happened. She was with her husband and like her, 5-year-old son. So they're excited to get on the ride. So they just all basically walked on. But once she got in the restraint, she was facing us. She said, I don't think I needed to ride this ride. She was just like, why did I even but she was fine. She just went through the ride holding the baby and never, she was on there alone. So
she needs to take some advice from me and just leave the kids at home.
There you go.
David,
he's no fun.
No.
By the time we got off, our friends Scott and Karen joined us, and we rode Slinky Dog with Veronica.
Oh no! How was that?
It was good.
Was it the same
fun.
old? Was she doing the laughing?
No. Yeah. No.
Did you ask for the back row? Did you get the back row?
I did not even ask for the back row this time. We were next to the last. I don't know.
Yeah, we weren't that. We were in
the back.
Okay.
We were in the back far enough where you get to the top hill and you're like, oh, make it over. I love that.
Yeah,
ride.
we found a lot of these rides. The back is the best.
So by this time, the marathon is over, the half marathon, and Deirdre was at the half marathon, and she was supposed to go to Boma with the young whippersnappers, but decided to ditch them and join us old timers at Hollywood Studios.
That's
and
true.
I'm so glad she did, because we got to spend the day with Deirdre, our friend Deirdre, and that was nice. She joined us at that point, and we rode a couple more things. We rode Star Wars. Veronica got her chicken thighs. You want to tell your chicken how you made a friend at Backlot?
I did. Well,
Veronica and I were both
start out.
trying. Yeah. I had splurged the day before on the pizza. Veronica had splurged the day before on the ice cream, but we were back on program the next day, other than the adult lemonade, because that was very sweet. That was not keto.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
Veronica wanted just meat, and she's gotten it before, and she knew she could get it. So tell your story at Backlot, Veronica.
Well, not everyone either is familiar with it. So when I first asked for a kid meal chicken thigh, just grilled chicken thighs, I was met with a little resistance. So by the time I had a conversation with the woman, we wound up becoming good friends. So
it was really funny, because she said, we don't have grilled chicken. We only have chicken tenders. And right at that moment on the sign, you know how the pictures flash on the quick service sign? Right at that moment, the sign came up with the salad,
marinated
Southwestern chicken salad with roasted chicken on it. And I pointed at it and I said, that's the chicken she wants. You've done it before. And she was like, oh, but that's cut into bite-sized pieces.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it wound up perfectly fine. And in fact, she did give me a little tip, which will help me in the future. Normally I go and I have to do this all ahead of time. And it's more like, if you're ordering when you have an allergy, you have to, talk to someone and all that. But she said from now on, because I asked her, well, how can I order this? And she said, just go on mobile order a kid's chicken tender meal, and that's it. Pay for it when it's called. When you get up to the counter, you just let us know, and we'll fix it for you right then. So that takes away the whole, I have to go ahead. I have to stand in the line. You can't mobile order when you're, when you want something special like that. So I thought, okay. And it was perfect. That's exactly what I did. Chicken tenders. I want to add,
the line was crazy. That's why she didn't want to wait in the line. The line was bananas.
It always is in there. I don't know why I find that, but
yeah, that's a very popular place.
Yeah.
Backlot Express is very
and
popular.
I just got a burger, and it was like a hockey puck, but that's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Nope. The chicken thighs are great.
I ate it without the bun. I really can't do. I should have got ranch dressing. I really can't do too much ketchup because there's sugar in ketchup. I use sugar-free like ketchup with stevia in it, but they don't have that at Disney.
Right. So. I dip everything in mustard now. I mean, I like mustard a lot, so that's just everything goes in mustard. So the chicken thighs.
That's what I should have done.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But it
I
was
had
really
a
good.
dry burger with. Can we talk about the Disney bacon? The Disney bacon is. I went to bite. It was a bacon cheeseburger, and I went to bite the bacon, and I couldn't get through it with my teeth.
Really?
It's not good. And the really funny thing is, I've seen a lot of people that go to Cast Connections, the cast member exclusive store,
Mm-hmm.
and they buy the bacon. They buy the Disney bacon. They buy these big mass quantities of it. I guess they get a good deal.
You can buy food there?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Learned something new today.
That's it. And then we rode Mickey and Minnie. And then Nick Malio wanted to meet up with us. So as we got off Mickey and Minnie, Nick was standing there. And we got to say hello and goodbye to him.
Oh, no. Didn't get to hang out with him, huh?
No.
Because with the time change, we knew the sun was going to go down earlier.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So by the time we got to the parking lot, it was 3. And, we wanted to get home before 5:30 because it was getting dark. So
Well, that's okay. He's a local. We'll get him.
yeah,
again.
we'll catch up with him later.
Right.
I
So
brought Michael home a Wookiee cookie, and I brought Rich home a carrot cake whoopie pie.
what
So
did I
they
bring
were
you
all
home,
happy.
Dave?
You didn't bring me anything. You didn't even bring me any chicken thighs. You could have brought me some chicken thighs. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. 0.0 I got.
Hey, I came home. I gave you a big hug.
Oh, that's true. Oh.
All right.
See? That's all I need is you, babe. I got you, babe. Like Sonny and Cher. Gonna age myself.
That's
I
usually
know.
my job.
All right, kids. Well, that was good. I'm glad you guys had a
That was
good
really
time.
good.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
I
and
missed
think
the festivities, but
I think that I know that you hesitate to when Veronica goes by herself because a lot of the off-property hotels are in kind of sketchy areas. I think this area we felt very safe. I would feel safe going there by myself. It just didn't. It's an area that not a lot of people know about.
yeah. Well, now they do.
Yeah.
No, it's good to know. I mean, we're always looking for new places, and we've tried so many because, as you know from if you've listened to the podcast for a while, that we are always off property now for years, and we found some good ones, and we found some bad ones. I'm glad you guys found a good one.
Yeah, we enjoyed ourselves.
Oh, and they have a really big hot tub. I looked
yeah,
for
that's
it.
right. Because
Yeah.
Veronica said, "Oh, we can't. Dave won't stay here if there's no hot tub." And there was a hot tub. It was like tucked in the corner next to the gym.
Yes.
So we
and
didn't know. And there's a gym too,
Very-
Dave, with free weights and
the gym is very nice.
Really, they had free weights in there too.
Free weight. They
Wow,
had
that's unusual.
They had a lot of nice equipment and a lot of free weights.
Okay.
Big rack. Yeah.
We'll have
and
to keep
a
an eye
game
on
room
it.
that was lit up all night with neon lights.
Well, next time we will shut the blinds properly.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, we'll have to try it again. Sounds good.
I know. Once we get through all this Thanksgiving stuff.
Yeah.
I
All right.
know.
Was there anything else? Anything else we missed, you guys, before we go?
I don't think so.
Glad I got to see everyone.
I'm surprised you guys didn't run. I'm not very. You guys should have at least ran in the race while you were there.
What?
Yeah. Congratulations to our friends that did, though.
Yes. A lot of them hit milestones and did had some great times, and we heard a lot of good stories from the runners over there. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So way to go, guys.
Doing the princess in February.
Well, good. Well,
Just a 5K, but
well, that's not
not just a
anything.
5K.
That's not anything to shake a stick at. That's a big deal, Toni-Ann.
okay.
That's gonna be awesome. I won't be there running, but that's okay. I can cheer you on from afar.
Okay. From the bar.
From the bar.
From a bar.
Afar from the bar. I don't know. It's 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I will. I'll be sleeping. No, I will. Yeah.
Okay.
I only get up for Tori, not you. Oh, I will only.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
All right.
Look for him.
All right. I guess that's going to do it for this week's Disney Crush podcast. Veronica, anything else?
Thanks for having me.
Toni-Ann, anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right. That's it. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
I think that's it. All right.